Virgo, hey, how are you? Virgo, my name is Antoine, and this is going to be your weekly message for the 7th through the 13th of August of 2022. All right, all placements of Virgo, we're going to go ahead and tap into the energies for you this week. Okay, my weekly messages run from Sunday to Saturday. This reading from August 7th to the 13th for Virgo. What's going on for you? Let's go ahead and take a look at the overall energies for you. All right, Virgo. All right, grounding. Okay. Grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. The words that I'm hearing is 10 toes down. Okay. Many of you are trying to figure out your lineage. I see that. Many of you are trying to figure out either how deep something goes, like as far as learning something, or you're just trying to figure out the lineage of something, kind of like investigative. You're trying to figure out the origins of something. But also, I just feel like there's a strong energy of many of you trying to figure out your own personal lineage, blood lineage, family lineage, just trying to see where you're come from, trying to get an understanding of yourself, understanding the things and the energies of the ancestors from your past and how it's influenced the environment that you've been brought up in now, or when you were a kid. Okay. I was really attracted to this little bird up here. Okay, so I feel like that there is energy that, rather information that does come to you here and there. Okay, and so as you get these little informations that come to you, these little words from a bird that come in here and there, you take those bits of information and you explore that deeper. You investigate it. You figure out where it comes from, how it fits as a part of you, and then how you fit that in a part, in your world. Okay, like on a very spiritual level, you guys are just really just you could be grounding yourself spiritually. This is where you're making sure that your own belief systems are intact before you begin to do research on other people's belief systems and cultures, and not that you're not that you're closing your mind to certain things or certain other people's beliefs and cultures. It's more so you're not allowing those people's beliefs and cultures to infiltrate your mind and make you change your mind about whatever it is that you believe. Okay, because we have to also do that as well. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, look at her, she's down here, she's reading, she's in nature, she's reading, so she's gathering information, she's studying some information, but that does not change her environment. Okay, under the deck here we have surrender to the journey. We have release control under here. Okay, surrender to the journey, release control. Okay, so Virgo, for some of you this week, I feel like there's energy that lets me know that some of you are just going to have to sit in the passenger side. And this does not mean take a passenger seat to your life. This is not what I'm saying by any means. I'm not saying that you need to just completely just lose all autonomy. But there is a certain degree, Virgo, where you don't need to be necessarily a control freak. Okay, you don't necessarily have to be a perfectionist. Okay, and I feel like, of course, this is talking to a different set of Virgos now. Okay, because I have my Virgos that are still trying to make sure that they're grounded, right? But then I also have these Virgos here who need to make sure that maybe you could actually loosen up that grip a little bit, and just enjoy the ride, enjoy the flow of something. You know what I'm saying? Be guided for once, as opposed to having to be the one to do the guiding. Okay. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey. Okay, the companions, the people that you have with you are people who are going the same place that you are going. Okay. Spirit is saying once you guys reach that destination, then you can become a little bit more open. You can become a little bit more, or rather, once you reach that destination, you can become a little bit more in control and hands on. But this particular part of the journey, Spirit just needs you to just say, all right, and then let somebody else handle it. Or let the systems, and well, don't let the systems, because sometimes the system can fuck you. But there are certain systems that definitely could be beneficial for you if you just, go along with it and not. I feel like you just trying to control or have your hands in a lot of different things that actually is it could be viewed as you working against the grain. Okay. All right. So excuse me, y'all. Y'all might have saw a little bit of a pause in there, but I had to clear my throat and take a sip. So I hope that makes sense. But we're gonna go ahead and pull some tarot here just to see what other energies we have for you this week, Virgo. Okay, just one more. Excuse me. All right, Virgo. So the 3 on the top, 3 from the bottom. Wow. And the challenge here. So the challenge I see is the Magician, Virgo. The Magician is what I have for you in the challenge position. Yeah, the Magician is somebody who definitely wants to have control. They want to have their hands in something because, I mean, that's what they do. They manipulate the energies to go their way. Okay. And so I think this is part of the challenge for you. Spirit is saying, it's not necessarily always going to go your way, but it will go your way. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to go your way. It's just not going to go the way that you think that you need it to go. Okay. Or whatever way that you're trying to control or manipulate the situation to go. All you're doing is really just slowing it down. It's coming, but you're adding too much to the mix. Okay, so just kind of get hands off again. That's another message to just kind of get hands off a little bit. Okay. And for those of you who feel like you resonated more to this grounding energy, I just feel like there are other things that you can really do to prepare yourself while you're on this destination. In fact, use this time while you're not having to steer and navigate and control everything. Use this time now to just kind of get more in touch with yourself, like I said, grounded more spiritually or even in whatever other way. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the 3 cards here that came out on the top row here, Virgo. All right, so there is the King of Swords, there's the Queen of Swords. Okay, and then the 6 of Cups. All right, so Virgo, let me tell you something. I think there may be a few of yous out there who, I think that some of y'all are kind of going through it a little bit in your situations. All right, of course, the King and the Queen of Swords does indicate that this could be a divine partnership or, like some sort of marriage or established relationship or partnership. However, it is swords energy. So I do feel like there may be some passion, there may be some things that are missing from this situation. It feels very, very cold. It doesn't necessarily, it feels like you and a person are kind of at odds with one another right now, or you're not necessarily communicating with each other right now. But I do have the Six of Cups here. So this still is telling me that even this is like, y'all are on ice with one another. However, there is still a warm spot that can be accessed. Okay. There is still feelings there. Okay. That can be accessed and that can be talked about. All right. But which one of you is going to break the ice, and which one of you is just which one of you is going to, kind of break that mental thing that sometimes we do when we want to talk to people and we want to communicate with people, but we want to pretend that we don't want to communicate with them. It's like the both of you are doing that to whatever certain degrees. Whoever the feminine is, you're doing it the way that you do it, and whoever the masculine is in this situation, you're doing it in a particular way. Okay. And I feel like this is maybe something that has been going on for a minute. Now I understand. I can understand a little bit why, Virgo, some of you may have issues with like control. And the thing about it is that it's not that I don't feel like you guys are being controlling, at least not intentionally, but it is more so of a certain type of perfectionism, a certain standard for what you see for yourself in relationships or even in your friendships, um, that to other people outside of you, it can come off like Virgo, like nobody cares about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to put down your cares or anything, but it's just like whatever standard that you see for yourself in your friendships and in your ships, other people can maybe viewing that as you kind of being extra right now. Oh, I keep having to clear my throat, y'all. The haters is trying not to get me to say and talk about what the things that we need to talk about. That's what it is. but we here. We here. We gonna call it out. You know how I always do. Anyway. So, yeah, this can be worked on. This can be worked on, I'm excited to see that for you. Okay, so if y'all are dealing with the energy like that, in the comment box below, let me know. Okay. Now on the bottom row here, I do have the Queen of Wands. I do have the Justice card, and I do have the King of Wands. Wow. Okay, I see. I'm understanding now. Okay, I'm understanding a little bit of the road that you're having to travel internally now, Virgo, because before here, when I was saying that there's this relationship, the king and now, okay, we got the king and queen of swords. Now on the bottom row, we have the king and queen of wands in between the justice card, with the justice card in between. Okay. And when I tell you that that situation here from before can be worked on, it's being worked on right now. Look at what you guys have. Y'all are in counseling. Y'all are working on y'all's marriage. Y'all are working on y'all's relationship. Y'all are rediscovering the passion that you have for each other, the attraction that you have for each other. Okay. Now, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to lie. I'm choosing to see the positive here because I do feel like there is a little bit of a low vibrational energy in this. And I'm going to call it out too. What it is it feels like the reason for this, the reason that y'all were so cold and icy and dicey towards each other, even though there was still a lot there was still a lot of built up between you guys. You still had all that love for each other, but the reason why that there was so much cold energy between y'all is I do feel is it looks like one person, it looked like somebody was unfaithful. I'm not even gonna front. Like somebody definitely was unfaithful, and it almost ruined the situation, the marriage, the relationship, the whatever it is that you have together. Okay. And this is the energy that I see here on this bottom row. But like I said, the justice card does tell me that this is being worked out. This is being handled. I mean, and even if it is like, even if it does end in divorce, it's kind of funny because, I mean, that's how it had to work out. You know what I'm saying? Because look, it's in between. You know what I'm saying? It's in between here. So this is definitely the solution. Okay, and it's up to y'all to find. It's it's y'all have free will. Virgo. So it's up to you. You know, this is just the energy that I see. That for many of you, it's the situation can be worked out through counseling. Okay, but the both of you have to be present. The both of you have to want it. Now, with that being said, just because y'all go to counseling and stuff doesn't necessarily mean that y'all are going to be together, because that could be the resolve after going to counseling, is that there has to be some sort of separation. Okay. And I mean, obviously there already is. The fact that y'all are even maybe even talking to somebody about this shows that, you know, you're still trying to commit to the promise that y'all made to each other, even though things are a little different right now. Okay. But I definitely feel that the reason why this is even coming to fruition is because some of you are having to deal with a situation where your partner was unfaithful, and now this is where you're working it out. Okay. Or it doesn't necessarily have to mean unfaithful in the degree of they were cheating on you, but just in any form of disrespect, of any form that you feel like, you know, there was some unfaithfulness. Okay. You know, maybe they are choosing not to respect you on that level anymore. You know, things change. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they got too comfortable in their power. Okay. And, or, you know, you with somebody long enough, and hell, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just don't feel it anymore for them, you know? But I see that y'all are working on it. And you are going to have to, yeah, that's why this surrender to the journey thing is, because, see, Virgo, the thing is that a part of it is you trying to reconcile, like, oh no, this is not going to happen in my relationships. This is not going to happen in my situations. You know what I'm saying? Virgo, a part of you is that, you know, but it can't be so perfect all the time, Virgo. And yes, that means sometimes that even your relationships are going to be fucked up. You are going to make mistakes also, as well as other people. Now, of course, you have the choice of whether or not you want to work these things out. I feel that no matter what's going on in your relationships, okay, that ultimately you do want to work some things out. Now, whether or not it will work out, it's going to work out. I feel like I said that in the beginning of the reading. Or did I? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. But that's the energy that I have for you, Virgo. Okay, y'all know I'm gonna always keep it real with y'all. If the message is a little bit messy, if it's a little bit sloppy, I'm always gonna tell you what it is and what I see. So you know, it is what it is. Um, but hopefully we can definitely work through these energies, so that I can see y'all next week and we can see what's going on next week. Let me know in the comments if you do like these weekly messages, please, because I think I want to do these. I think I like these. So I'm gonna have everything, you know, neatly put into that's speaking of Virgo, that's the Virgo placements in me. That's like the Virgo Mars in me. Like, okay, so I'm gonna have everything in there. I'm gonna have a playlist for the dailies, I'm gonna have a playlist for the weeklies, and they're gonna have a playlist for the 10-day love messages. And then I still want to do monthlies too. I haven't done those since a while. So all right, y'all, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. And hopefully I'll get to see you guys in the next one. Take care.